Nightcap, it's a place to go. Nightcap, so you don't feel alone. Nightcap, yeah! For a drink, dirty or virgin, rum, water, or whiskey or gin. Nightcap, you don't have to be coy. Nightcap, here's Ricky and Joy.
Yay! Welcome to Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show consisting of two friends unwinding with the topics that make us hot. My name is Richard Pucci. That was a wonderful theme song made by Matthew Pucci.
Yeah.
Yes! And this is my wonderful co-host, Joy, as it says in the theme song. Wait,
Yes.
I'm going to play it one more time.
Yes, please play it one more time.
You don't have to be coy. Here's Ricky and Joy.
Okay.
Oh my God, I love it so much. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. This is such a lit theme song. Thank you.
Oh, wait. It was showing me during that.
It's totally fine. I don't care.
Yeah. We're probably going to end up playing that once more.
Totally fine.
Once people are here. Excuse me. Just because you know what that my brother was like, oh yeah, it reminds me of like the B-52s. And I'm like, it reminds me of the B-52s. And have you ever heard the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson? His theme song was so good. It was like, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
I think I've only seen Craig Ferguson during him talking and not so much the beginning of the show.
Oh no, his theme song was really good.
Okay, oops, sorry. I gotta check it out.
I would play it, but then we would have like AdSense on this, and I'm tired of dealing with that. That's why I'm so happy to have wonderful music. So yes, this is Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show consisting of two friends unwinding with the topics that make us hot. I'm Ricky, and this is Joy, as stated in the song. Crazy week for me. I'm gonna jump straight into it's been a crazy 2 weeks. I started my job at the nursing home in activities. It was fantastic. I didn't realize that I would fall in love with the people there as much as I did. Yeah, so it's just doing that and Starbucks and still cutting hair on the side. So I'm getting back. It's taking me a while to get back into the swing of things. I've had two jobs. I had two jobs for 5 years. So the little like half a year that I didn't have two jobs, it's actually taking me for a loop. But once I get back into like 2-3 months into it, I think I'll be fine. But right now I'm just like, I'm kind of white knuckling it, even though I'm pretending to be okay. Oh, it's okay, baby.
Yes, baby.
Well,
I'd like to say Happy New Year to you.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Last year, son.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Besides you having 2-3 jobs like a damn Jamaican, how did you spend your New Year?
Let's see. What did I do New Year?
It was only like 8 days ago.
I almost cursed. Oh, I was playing Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow. That's how you run the New Year. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I was playing Friday the 13th with my friend that I don't know how I found Chris. Shout out to Chris on Friday that I play Friday the 13th with a lot. He's an awesome guy, and so yeah, he's in Canada, as I call it. And we were playing. I play a lot of Friday the 13th with him, and then he's like, "Man, you need to play Fortnite." So I downloaded Fortnite, and I was when New Year's happened, it was Friday the 13th. Oh no, it was Fortnite. We were playing Fortnite.
Okay.
So it was like, oh, I think we like paused it for a moment, and then I tried to watch it on my computer with like the Optimum app, but it was like delayed, so I was counting down. It was like 3, 2, and then he's like, "No, it already happened," and I was like, Never mind.
Oh, jeez. You missed the ball drop.
I saw it. I saw it probably like 30 seconds later, but like Mariah didn't suck, which I was unhappy about. I wanted a meltdown, but I liked it when she was like, "Where's my tea? Somebody told me I'd have some tea."
I did not. I didn't really. I didn't watch it. We didn't watch it until the end.
I was gonna say, what did you do for New Year's Eve?
Well, me and the baby, the SO. I'm gonna probably just say baby from now on.
Okay.
And we all, my friends and I, we all convened in South Jersey.
Okay.
To my friend's house, and we drank champagne, played Monopoly. Oh, Rodney's here. Yo.
Hey, Rod.
We also went out for Korean barbecue. So we went for Korean barbecue, took some trips to Target, came back to the house, hung out with each other, played PS4 a little bit. Oh, played Heads Up, and then we watched the ball drop.
Excellent. Gotta watch those balls drop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then we watched Girls Trip, like at the end.
I don't... Oh, nah.
Of the new year, we watched Girls Trip.
Okay.
So, yeah. It was fun. Very fun.
Oh! Since you just mentioned movies, can I do a little thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
I yesterday just saw I, Tonya. Do you know anything about the movie I, Tonya?
I know it had to do with Tonya Harding and the 1994 ice skating.
Yeah,
but I don't know much about her.
Yes, so basically it's it's like a biopic of Tonya Harding, but so I, Tonya is a biopic about Tonya Harding, but the way that it's shot is so stylistic that it is phenomenal. It goes through her adolescence, her crazy sort of teenhood, the adults. When she was an adult before the incident happened, and then it had the incident and after the incident, and it was crazy. Not only does it show her point of view, but also the creation of it. The director or the writer was trying to figure out how to do this. So he interviewed Tonya Harding and Jeff Gillooly, her husband at that time, and they were like, "Whoa, these are totally different stories." So basically that's the fact that there are multiple sides to this story. That is where the director and the writer ended up taking it. So they played out the way that it was explained in the interviews. So it was just really cool to see the way
what was the incident?
Dealing with
spoiler alert, because I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what ended up happening in the right before the Olympics, probably a couple of months beforehand, Nancy Kerrigan was practicing her shtick, and as she was getting off the ice, some mad person walked into the arena and ended up bashing her on the knee with a billy club.
What?
Yes, went in and then walked out. But it's interesting because if they would have went any higher, it would have shattered the knee. If they would have went any lower, the muscle, something would have ruptured in the muscle. So it hit it right in the perfect spot to where it didn't do as much damage as it could have. And she still ended up being able to qualify and go into the Olympics. And I think it was second.
What? Wait, so
yes, and
it was a dude?
Yes, so some dude just walked in, hit her with a billy club, walked out. And the whole thing about the incident was Jeff Gillooly, Tonya Harding's husband, had connections with the guys that did it, and he knew about it. And the big thing was, did Tonya know about it? And if she did, well, why didn't she say anything?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the way that it ended up playing out in the movie, spoiler alert, originally, allegedly, it was supposed to just be like a death threat, and it was supposed to just shake her up a little bit. And Jeff said that she knew about the death threat thing. She said she didn't know about anything. That's what she told the police. She didn't know anything. But allegedly she knew at the time.
Something.
She knew that her husband knew. And the fact that she never went forward with that information caused the ramifications to sort of trickle down. So because she interfered with a federal investigation, she, in a court of law after the Olympics, she ended up having to do a whole bunch of community service, a whole bunch of stuff, but she was barred from ever competing in an ice skating event ever again.
Damn. See, look.
But the interesting thing about all of it, though, is the fact that she was a girl in Portland, Oregon, had absolutely no skills. Her mother took her out of school. Her mother worked as a waitress to pay for all of her skating. This girl literally had no skills whatsoever other than skating. So a lifetime sentence of not being able to compete was way worse than having to do 10 years in jail for her, because she had no other skill whatsoever. So that's sort of the interesting thing, as well as the fact that the skating world didn't like her. Like she would do routines to like rock music and like crazy stuff, and like have like these bright pink, and this is stuff that I remember as a kid. She would have these bright pink outfits on, but the skating world was very much about ice princesses, the Christy Yamaguchis, as Rodney said, that she was she was not the first woman to do the triple axel. She was the first American woman to do the triple axel. Yes, okay. She was the first American woman to do the triple axel. And in the movie, they didn't mention this, but when they sentenced her, they also took away all of her, wins for like Skate America and all this other stuff. And so they took away her wins for Skate America. But the one thing that the federation and any of those other things can never take away is that triple axel that she landed, because she attacked the ice. So yeah. So all in all, stylized movie. Margot Robbie. She played an amazing Tonya Harding, both young and 40, 50-year-old Tonya Harding, chain smoking, being interviewed. Amazing. As well as Allison Janney was freaking awesome. There's a reason why she won a Golden Globe. So that is my mini little review for I, Tonya. If you want to see a mother-daughter movie gone wrong, lots of hitting, lots of beating, go see it. Two punches in the face.
I don't know. Nothing. I was not really gonna want to see that. Like I wasn't really involved.
It's really good.
I've heard definitely. It wasn't like my first choice. Like if I go to the movie theaters right now, I, Tonya wasn't going to be the first thing I watched, but I figured if it was like on Amazon Prime or something, if it was on Amazon Prime or something, or Netflix or whatever, I'd check it out. So,
it's good. And also, Rodney said he went to his friend's place and played Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, I was reading. I was like, oh, go ahead, son. Like, I like that. That's good times.
Oh. So you watch Girls Trip? I saw I, Tonya. Oh my gosh, wait, have you noticed that every single trailer? Okay, so I haven't been to the movies in a really long time. I never have movies to like talk about on Nightcap. When you go to the movies nowadays, I don't know if I just was blind to it, but nowadays I feel like every single trailer that I see at the movie theater looks good. Like every single one.
It depends. There's a couple of ones that I just need to remove one because I feel like I'm screaming. These headphones are great. I feel like depending on what movie you go to see, there's a couple of hit and misses for me. Especially that time when Blade Runner 2049 was happening, and then there was this other movie that didn't look like it made sense, and then there was like two other movies that looked okay, but I don't know.
Oh my gosh. No. Like this. So I was sitting at the movie theater with a friend of mine, and we're like watching it, and and all of a sudden there's like this movie Proud Mary, and I'm like, that looks pretty good. So I was like, that looks pretty good. And then there's like this like weird like winter spring romance movie called Call Me by Your Name.
Okay, I've heard of that. I heard of that one.
And I was like, oh, that looks good too. And then there's like this really weird movie about like these kids that like want to commit like a murder. And that I was like, oh, I want to watch that so badly. Damn it. I wish I knew what movie that was. Rodney
would know. Rodney and you.
And it was like Heather's during the movie thing. It was like Heather's meets American Psycho, or not American Psycho. Maybe it was.
Like Rodney, I'm sitting here waiting for Black Panther. So, and Proud Mary, I do want to see that one too.
Oh wait, I just Thoroughbreds. That's what it's called.
Thoroughbred?
Yes. Yeah, there's like this like, sociopath outcast and an emotional upper class boarding school student that, they befriend each other. And they both have a mutual dislike for the one girl's like stepfather, and like they want to hire this guy to like kill him, but like it's like, I don't know, and it's like a dark comedy, like in the same vein as like Heather. Did you see Heathers?
No.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, at least Rodney saw it.
Rodney saw that trailer. Didn't that movie look good? Or am I nuts? Because like that trailer looked freaking awesome. Because it was. I feel like anytime you say it, like the way I described it, like, oh, these two, one's a sociopath, one's emotional, and like they want to kill the one stepfather. Like that sounds a little like a little Lifetime movie of the week, but like it was just like clean and crisp and like, Ready Player One.
Okay, Ready Player One. That is something I did want to say. I forgot about that one, but I want to read the book first.
We need to have a Nightcap like book club. Yeah, just because I kind of want to read Ready Player One.
Actually, and the only reason why I wanted to read it was because the rapper Logic, he references Ready Player One, like, on his downtime, like his whole shtick is like being a nerd, being a geek, and doing Rubik's cubes and
is he nerdcore?
Yes, he's basically a nerdcore. So he's just like, I have my novels, and here's like Jurassic Park and Ready Player One. And I was like, Ready Player One is a book? What's that? And then now I see that it's in theater, like it's about to be in theater soon. So I was like, I totally want to watch it.
Hello, Beard Tristan. Hello. It's very nice to meet you.
I like your beard.
Yes, your beard is on point. Welcome.
So yeah, I guess some movies are good. I'm just not thoroughly impressed yet. Maybe because the last movie I saw was The Last Jedi, and the trailers didn't stick out.
Yeah, I didn't see the Last Jedi, and we went over that. I always want to say like last week, when really it's been like a little. Yeah, I was like, it's been 2 weeks. Let's see. So you finished all of Black Mirror season 4. Did you have a favorite episode?
Yes. My favorite episode turned out to be the Black Museum. And I thought it was going to be way, way worse than what it actually was. So.
Wait, was it like a museum full of Black people or like Black culture or like just a Black museum?
Which I thought it was going to be it. Because I was like, oh man, if this show has an episode where there's just a museum of Black people, let's get into this. But no. What ended up happening was the museum was full of Black Mirror things, like from different episodes. So like from season 1 all the way to season 4. You didn't watch it with your brother?
No, my brother ended up oh wait, camera's all messed up. No, actually my brother that invited me to go see The Last Jedi with him ended up not inviting me to go see The Last Jedi with him.
Oh, geez.
So, but I, you know what I think it was? He like went in the morning. He figured like, oh, I might as well do this. Like, I don't have the kids right now. 4 kids, so. So yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
I know he would have.
It was still a good movie to me. So,
the Black Museum is a museum about the Black Mirror episodes?
Well, it wasn't like about the episodes. It was a museum that had a collection of different items from each episode. But the way that they made it seem was, I don't know how to explain how it was like a show within a show, where Black Mirror is a show.
Yeah.
But in that episode, they made it seem like it was real life. So this girl just went to this museum, and then there was just a bunch of items that were collected by this one man throughout Black Mirror life. So there was certain things that he touched upon that was like, this is this item from, such and such time here, and this is from this person. And of course, what stuck out to me was as soon as she walked in, there was my favorite episode of the entire series. As soon as you walk in, you see a poster of this person's face and how they're wanted. And it was just like, oh my God, that's from that episode.
Yeah.
But in this episode, all of this is real.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I liked how they made that the last episode, and I'm glad, because that was my favorite out of the, that whole season.
My question is, an episode like that, do you think that should have been the show's finale as opposed to just a season finale? Because it sounds like it wraps it up into such a nice little bow that if they wanted to, that could have been a finale of the entire show.
Nah, because it was more of a finale of that guy, like of how that man's life played out.
Okay.
And how that woman's life played out.
Okay.
Ending the season, but for the whole show, oh no. I think that they need something better than that.
Okay. No. I just meant like as like you said, like wrapping it up in a bow. Yeah. But then again, also like they probably also, as opposed to like doing something like that, they probably want to like wreck the car, so to speak, like end the world, like screw the world, like.
Yeah, I would rather them do something that's, like you said, like more of a big manifesto, or like, we're not going to take this crap anymore kind of finale. This was like a good, satisfactory finale for me because of how the season began in the middle part. But then again, what I think that they lacked was the twists. Like, there weren't enough twists for me.
Yeah.
The first episode, I was like, okay, I get it. I'm creeped out. I'm good.
Yeah.
The second episode, I was like, Third episode, I was like, yeah, all right. Like, it just kind of, it was this, and then it kind of went like this. And then at the end, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it spiked. Do you think the problem with Black Mirror and sort of short story narratives in television shows or anthologies, so to speak. Do you think that the hard issue with doing something like that, especially because like the Twilight Zone was able to, it wasn't about like technology. So they were able to hit on vastly like huge different things. So they could have, paranormal mixed in with sci-fi mixed with sort of fantasy elements, as opposed to Black Mirror, which is there's this, the shtick really is technology, and how that affects us as humans and where we're headed with it, or possible scenarios. Do you think that they've sort of painted themselves into a corner where like they have to be so creative in order to make it fit its mold, to the point where they're not getting the twists that the way that they used to? Because the first 2 seasons I feel like that wasn't in the narrative,
I feel like what made Black Mirror, I don't want to even say the word downhill, but what made it go kind of meh for me was the fact that it went from a British show to being an American thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now all the American hype is behind it. And then you got to put American stars, like you got to put people in it that really don't even need to be in it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's more so like, oh, we need to make people wait because now we got to come out with something that's amazing. But really, you just end up trying too hard.
Yeah.
Like I know for sure, like the one, some of these episodes, I'm not gonna explain the two, but these 2 episodes I'm gonna mention right now, I feel like could have been taken to like at least a higher level. The first one was that Archangel episode with the woman and her constantly feeling like she's gonna lose her child.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been kicked up a notch. Like there could have been so many turns for that episode alone. But I feel like it was kind of calmed. There were certain peaks of the episode where I was like, ooh, that's scary. But for the most part, during that peak of that feeling of anxiety, season 1 and 2, no. And the second one that I feel like it could have been kicked up a notch for sure was that episode Metalhead, the one where the woman's running away from the dogs. That whole episode should have been thrown out and redone. Like I just did not approve of that episode at all. Made me upset in a mad way. Oh no, I have not seen any of the. I see it on like Netflix, but I don't watch it.
Yeah, Rodney, I've never watched End of the Effing World, but I will check out the trailer for it. Yeah, I haven't really been watching. Oh, this morning, or I went for a run. I have 5 miles today, which I skipped like a month, but Christmas and work and New Year's and
snow.
Oh, and yeah, no, snow's a big thing. So I skipped a whole bunch, and before work,
oh, don't do that.
Oh my gosh, no! Before work, I took a bath and I watched a little bit of Sister Wives. Have I talked about my fascination with the show Sister Wives? It doesn't make sense.
I have, but I would love to hear it though.
Okay, so Sister Wives is a show about a polygamous family, and they're not like crazy. They're not like, like lock people up in walls or whatever. Like it's like they all want to be there. They have their kids. It's against the law or whatever, but like they've got a loving family, whatever. But the guy Cody has 4 wives, and they all have like different personalities. So there's Mary, the first wife, and she only had 1 kid with him because she wasn't able to have any more kids. So she's like the strong one. People can depend on her. And then there is oh shoot, I forget. There's Janelle, and she is the career woman, and she had babies but doesn't like raising them. And then there's Christine, who loves babies, and she does the raising of like all the like younger kids. and the new wife, Robin. So like the main three have been together for like, you know, the first one, you know, they got married very shortly after. So they each have their roles, and it's fascinating. And for some reason, I like to take like a 2-hour bath and watch like a crap ton of those episodes for no apparent reason. And it's on TLC because that is where you go if you want to see little people, cake, and polygamists.
Mm-hmm. Where's what's her name? Mama June. Where's that?
Oh, she's not on TLC anymore. I think she's on like Lifetime now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's from naughty to hottie. And they showed like her transformation just because TLC dropped them because there was that thing where they thought Mama June was hanging out with a sex offender that may or may not have molested her oldest daughter. Really weird sort of stuff. But
they're not going to keep her on for that long. Not that story.
No. But it's weird though because like her new show has like ratings. So like, yes, Rodney said Mama June lost a lot of weight. Yes, she did, and she looks good. Like she actually looks like normally when like somebody loses like a lot of weight, like you're like, ooh,
kind of should put that back on.
Yeah, no, it's like in a weird way, yes, just because areas grow and like, but they did and she got a lot of work done, but she looks really good.
That's the thing in terms of like when people lose a lot of weight. In one sense, you're like, oh, I'm happy for you. Like you're healthy, like you're going on a path towards. Not saying you have to be hella skinny to be healthy, but you can see that okay, you see that all of that weight is causing way more issues for you. I understand you went through some procedures, some processes, you exercise, whatever, but when you lose weight unnatural, like. In a way, it just looks, and you just look odd. You look like you had stuff sucked out of you. It's kind of like, ooh, I wish you didn't do it so fast. Like, take a little bit off. Don't don't go from this to this.
Yeah, no.
Because now it just looks weird. It's just like, oh God, no.
Well, also, I feel like if you go from that to that, the scary thing about it is the longevity of them being able to keep it off.
Mm-hmm.
Just because and also it's very traumatic for the body. So, so also, hair loss and stuff like that. Like whenever you put your body through stress, it affects everything. It affects your hair, skin, and nails. One of the girls that I worked with a little bit ago, she had like a sleeve, like stomach reduction thing. And the thing about she was losing her hair because of the trauma of losing the weight and having the surgery.
Gosh.
And it's funny. In the chat log, I asked Rodney, I was like, what'd you get with her? And he's like, not really, to be honest, laugh out loud.
No, it's not really. I wouldn't want to be like, oh, we're gonna straight up go for Mama June because now she's hot. But
yeah,
there's a lot going on there.
Well, she's a coupon queen though, so that is a skill. That is something Tonya Harding did not have. Oh my gosh, I'm going back to that for a moment. There were scenes where it showed her like, after the Olympics, on the Late Late Show. They had the list of like things the interviewers say to Tonya Harding, when
like when David Letterman did his top 10.
Yes, yeah, and like it showed her like watching that.
Oh God.
And it's just like, oh, like I don't know. Makes your heart go. Oh, I don't know. I know, and I'm fully aware that you're not like, and that
it don't affect me none right now.
No, like when I say that, like, and it was cool seeing it in the movie theater. I don't know.
I wish I had a mug that said white tears on it, but it says "I love Nala."
Oh,
with my dog.
Oh, you know what?
Made me love it.
If you I'm telling you right now, you would feel. Wait a second. I'm gonna do that again because it was on my face.
Oh, showing the picture, it says "Rest in peace, Nala," and then there's me kissing her, and I love Nala. And then I got this for Christmas. One of the other things I got. We actually at New Year's, like when we went down there, we actually exchanged Christmas presents. So I'm actually wearing a Christmas present and I'm drinking out of a Christmas present. So yes,
Oh.
that's my fat dog.
Oh.
But yeah, what were you saying about Tonya Harding?
Oh, I don't know. No. If you saw the movie, like you'd be on her side. I feel like you'd be on her side. Be like she was a survivor. Yeah.
Oh, most likely. I do love a good thank you, Rodney. I do love a good underdog story. I do like rooting for someone who has been through adversity. Yes.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Oh. I wanted to go to the since Rodney mentioned it, the Stan Lee thing. I didn't know until I went on Twitter.
And then can you state what he said?
Oh, okay. So Rodney said, speaking of sexual harassment, going after Stan Lee now. And I was like, I didn't know about it until I checked Twitter. And I was like, oh my God, he's being charged with, or not charged, but people are saying that he is sexually harassing nurses, like in AIDS or whatever. And I'm like, leave the man alone. Like his wife is dead. Like may she rest in peace. His wife is gone. He's 90-some years old. Like, definitely not to say let men be men, but he's an old dude. He kind of, at this rate, he's old. Like, he's not completely there. But at the same time, sexual harassment should never be tolerated, but still.
All right. So, right now, I just took a look at page6.com, where January 9th, they actually, which is today. Wow. It's literally today. They stated that the comic book legend Stan Lee has been accused of groping and harassing nurses who care for him at his LA home. The 95-year-old, it is claimed that the 95-year-old asked for oral sex in the shower and to be pleasured in his bedroom. He doesn't seem to care. A direct quote from a source says that he doesn't seem to care what people think of him. He's lost a filter. There's a stream of young nurses that come to his West Hollywood, and he's sexually harassing them, and he finds it funny. He's also very handsy and groped some of the women. It's unacceptable behavior, especially for an icon like Stan. Is it appropriate? No. It's not appropriate by any means. How much harm can he really do? It's funny. A friend of mine said, with my new job, a friend of mine was like, he works where people of older ages might get handsy, and he's like, oh yeah, when those old ladies when they go to grab your butt, you stick it out a little bit, you let them grab it. And then me learning about the rights of like elderly rights, I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, me as a person, I totally agree with that. But if I allow one of them to grab my butt, then that means that I like it, which means that I'm sexually abusing them. Because I know, like, for me, if like an old lady was like, ha, like, am I sexually gratified by that? Absolutely not. Do I think, no. Do I kind of like it in a way that like she's feeling like she's getting over on me? Yes, I think that's kind of cute. But in me allowing that, that's me sexually harassing her by letting her sexually harass me and not saying anything. Does that make sense?
No, it does make sense. And that's what I felt like in terms of, I think it's almost like the way that men and women in a fun way flirt with each other. Like, if you're checking out somebody and you're not say being handsy, because there's a limit on how much you could and should be doing. if I, let's say, let a guy, if he's like laughing and we're at an arcade and we're hanging out. I don't know this dude. Like, I just was there. We came separately. Don't know him. And we were getting along well. We're playing games and stuff. And he's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. And he like touches my hand or something. All right. He touched my hand.
Yeah.
I noticed that. Beat that game.
Yeah.
But, if all of a sudden he's like, oh, ha, ha, and he like puts his arm around me, then I'm like, okay, you're getting comfortable.
Yeah.
But you can't, like we're friends, but I don't want you to think anything more than this.
Yeah.
And then he starts to like try to put his hand on my shoulder, like his hand on my thigh or something. Like, let's say we're sitting down and having a drink. So there's like certain levels to where you can get handsy or you can be friendly. But I feel like in Stan Lee's case, because he's an older gentleman and after a certain age, they do start to lose that filter. And he lost his wife, so now he's a older, rich, grown man in his own house where there's going to be young women, aides, coming to his house. Now, for all that to be a problem, why hasn't anyone just gotten male aides? If it's such a problem, why are you still sending women there?
Well, I mean,
if he's gonna,
I mean, also, I mean, at the end of the day, if he wanted companionship, if he really wanted companionship or something along those lines, he could Anna Nicole Smith it and get himself, just a
young little thing,
a little chickadee just to deal with that part of his life if he really wanted it. So I think he's probably thinking like, I'll throw this out there. If I get a little action, whatever, And
the only reason why I keep mentioning his wife is the fact that they've been married to each other, or he was married for her for several years. Like, he was with her, or she was with him before he even got the success of Marvel. So he's been married for longer than all of us have been alive.
Yeah, it's for funny. Wendy Williams calls that like your ride or die.
Yeah, literally, she rode with him and she died with him. Like it. I mean, and that's the only reason why I'm not saying that it should be completely excused, but I understand why he's doing it. He's not had this kind of this is just saying that I don't know Stan Lee. If he's ever done anything like this, sexually harassing women and all that stuff during the marriage, whatever. But now that his wife is gone, he is a lonely old man in this big ass house with all these strange young women cleaning him up, cleaning his privates, seeing him naked. I mean, the most you could probably do is make this kind of like a comedy, haha, laugh it off. Look, you're seeing me naked. I'm an old man. Let me, since I'm in here in the naked tub, you can totally suck my dick. Like, I can understand in a way where it's coming from. But then at the same time, it does need to be corrected. Look, Mr. Lee, I understand. You're here, you're alone, it's awkward, you've not had this, or if you had this with your wife, it's different. But like, okay, you need to stop. And if it's a problem, start sending male nurses. They make probably a ton of them in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Send them male nurses. Don't have him send female. You can do that. If you're being a company that's hired, I'm sure you have men and female nurses.
Oh, he's totally using private. He's totally privatized. With all the money he has, but also realistically, okay. So in Switzerland or the Netherlands, I don't know, I get them mixed up. They have nursing homes that offer those services. Okay,
and I bet that's probably another reason why people go there after retirement. That'd be great. I would love, man. If I was as old as Stan Lee, and I had no man, no woman, no nothing, and I'm getting felt up and. You got to clean me and I still have my sane mind.
Yeah.
You best believe if I have somebody like Jason Momoa, let's just pray, Jason Momoa or The Rock or, some hot, sexy young thing cleaning me up. Oh, you best believe I'm trying to get him in the cooch. Like,
yeah. You're like...
Just cause, for fun. It's funny. Like, I know I'm old. And to answer Rodney's question, answer Rodney's question, can he even get it up? I think men can get it up until they die, for the most part. Maybe the quality isn't grade A,
but he could probably get some sort of release. I mean, didn't
Hugh Hefner.
Mick Jagger just had a kid.
Right? Like, I'm sure even if men couldn't get it up, even if men couldn't get it up, I'm sure just having someone touch it a little, jiggle it a little, that's enough. Like, maybe. I don't know. I don't have a penis, so I don't know. But hey, everyone craves human affection, or some type of affection. And hey, for Stan Lee, again, newly, ain't got no spouse, 95 years old. What? There is no risk for him, really.
Stanley. I'll give you my phone number. Call me.
Right.
Call me.
Hell, if Stanley want to shake his little willy in front of me, I need college to be paid.
Right.
I need bills to be paid.
That's like a little speck of dirt in his life.
I'll be a CNA for him. I don't even know what a CNA is.
No,
I know what it is.
Nurse's assistant.
And I know that's like not I say the lowest, but like the lowest form of nurse quality service. I'll be a CNA for Stan Lee. Are you serious?
That means that you can change his diaper and wash him.
I'll change his diaper and he will change my bank account. Like, look. He wants some new booty. I got a lot of black booty over here. He can look at it. He can poke it a little. Hey, do I gotta move to West Hollywood or something?
Oh, well,
if I could be in the next Marvel film,
I guess you could like be a live-in CNA.
I'll be Black Panther, World of Wakanda warrior for you if you need it. Ah, la, 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 la. Oh my God! Actually, speaking of that, real quick, this is the one thing I did not mention. One of the Christmas gifts that I got for New Year's Day was my best friend, Kelly. Shout out to Kelly. She bought both of us a 23andMe ancestry kit.
Oh, you're going to figure out where you're from.
We're going to figure out how black I am. I'm so excited.
I'm going to laugh when they're like, you're not black at all.
It's going to be so insane. Where I'll be like, am I really not black? Like I've been checking out the black box forever and I'm not black. Like what the hell? I want to know. And especially since I put out that video a while back of like I'm black AF. Now I get to find out how black I am. Like I'm so excited.
But the question is, does it matter?
No, not at all. No. I mean, even if they were like you're 2% black or you're 95% black. Like I'm still Joy at the end of the day. I know who my parents are, thank God. I know who my grandparents are. I've lived 27 I've lived 27 plus years of being completely of course learning to love who I am. Despite me knowing where I come from, where my family comes from, where my last name comes from. So I just want to know, like, where in Africa? I want to know, like, what part, like, where would my DNA match up? But, regardless of the results, I'm Joy, and I'm just going to keep living until, whatever. But I just think it's cool. Like, I just think it's so cool that they have a thing and me and her did it at the same time and we sent it off at the same time. So hopefully we get our results at the same time. Yeah. See, because she's, straight up Jamaican and I'm just like miscellaneous black. Like, I don't know.
Well, sort of like Islander, right?
Yeah. There's, from my mom's side, it's definitely, as far as we can trace, has been, I don't even want to say if this is like a whole cultural thing, but Costa Rica, but really it's Jamaica and like Barbados. And then my dad's side, as far as I can tell, it's African-American or African, black AF, but black, but the last name Nickens, I feel like is like English.
Yeah.
Because that's not like the normal black people last name.
Yeah.
Or surname that other black people have.
It's not the quote unquote like generic.
So that's why
we get a group of people and everybody's
Jenkins, Anderson, Davis, Jones, Johnson. Like it's it's different. So I'm like, I don't know where Nickens comes from, but I'd like to know at least where my DNA comes from, or what parts of Africa. Is it Ghana? Is it Congo? Is it like, I just want to know. So I think they said it, so whenever at some point in the next, I guess 6 to 8 weeks, I'll definitely tell you guys. I'm gonna make a video about it too. Obviously.
Oh yeah, no. I could see you I could see you doing like an unboxing of your like 23andMe, like, and
oh yeah,
and then you're like, oh, I knew all this stuff.
Right, and that's what at the same time, it's in one sense, it's like, ooh, I want to know and I'm excited, but I feel like at the same time, I'm going to be let down. Yeah,
no matter what, you're going to be let down. If you get what you want, you're going to be let down because you're like, I knew it. And if you get something that you didn't think you were, you're going to be like, oh, and you're going to be let down, and you're going to be like, everybody lied to me.
Pretty much.
But also, like, people move, and so they believe that they're this because that's where they're from. Like, because like if you think about it, it's like, wow, I'm an American. But then it's like, if you go back, it's like, no, actually, you're this. But it's like, that doesn't change the fact that I'm an American.
Right. I was born here. I was raised here. I have citizenship here. I think, like, I guess what I kind of related to is I watched this BuzzFeed video. Well, of course, a BuzzFeed video where they did 23andMe.
The try guys?
No, not them. It was women. It was like men and women.
Okay.
And it's gonna, and that racist, not to sound racist, but all the white people that did it, they were kind of like, oh, I'm hella white. Like that, it's just, I'm 89% Europe, really. Like it wasn't as exciting for them. And I feel like that's the experience I'm gonna have. Where it'll be like 89 or 90% black. All right.
Yeah.
But where?
Wow.
So they were just kind of like, oh, all right, yeah, it says 90-some% British or Scandinavian.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, but I thought I was Italian. Like, I grew up Italian my whole life, and it turns out I'm just, so, even though I don't really think they're going to get as accurate, even though they took a bunch of saliva from me, I don't think just because they tell me where my DNA comes from doesn't necessarily mean that they're taking away who I am as a person.
You will always be what you think you are.
Yep.
All right.
Which might be hella Asian. So.
Definitely. Before we get going, I just wanted to show this to Rodney. All right.
Outlast.
All right. So I got the Outlast Trinity. So it contains Outlast, Outlast Whistleblower, and Outlast 2. So that is going to be something that is going to be set into motion. I am really busy as of right now, but eventually it will be set into motion because I actually have it, as well as my Christmas present to Joy, which is right here. Once I finally see her, which is going to be whenever.
It might be sooner than you think, actually, because I am going to New Jersey.
When?
Friday.
Worst comes to worst, and this sounds horrible, I'll just put it in your family's mailbox, or I'll like put it on the steps on the way to work or something. Just be like, here you go. Actually, I've off on Friday, I've off from, I think off from both jobs, I think.
Yeah, because I actually have an appointment at I did just say, I was like, oh, I can still try to go to work, but if not, like, I'll be in the area for sure Friday, and then I'm going to be back Saturday. Okay. So I'll be around this weekend, but
yeah, worst comes to worst, because could you just imagine your parents are like, I could just imagine your dad. So somebody just left this game. It's for PS4.
What's this?
I think you might like it, Joy. It's got that man, the mask. You got an axe. Pretty cool.
What's this?
What? How you do that? Oh, how did they buy that trademark? I think I saw that movie. Is it a DVD, Joy, or is it a game?
I'm like, oh, Dad. Dad.
That's your dad. And it's funny because I've met your dad like 2 or 3 times, but like, In watching you, I know how your dad acts.
It's basically the same.
Yeah. No. I totally know how your dad acts because of because of you.
He's a mess. He's a mess.
Did you want to say anything for our closing?
I'm trying to think of oh man, I know we had topics and I wrote them down because I'm a good girl.
Oh my gosh. And like, no, I think we stayed on
topic, right?
We mostly did. We just didn't talk about the Black Unicorn. You listened to it, it was awesome.
No, I listened to a snippet of it, like the sample, and I bought it right after the sample. I can't wait to listen to it and read it because it looks, she's went through a whole lot. Tiffany Haddish, by the way, the last Black Unicorn. The only thing I think I can say is I would like to play video games more. Mm-hmm. I've been playing Dishonored, and I like the game, so I'm stuck between Dishonored, Life is Strange, and I know, and I just started playing what's that game called? It's not What Happened to Edith Finch. I have that game, but I didn't play it yet. It's this other game where it's crap. I swear I was playing it like 2 nights ago and then I forgot about it already because it was so weird. Thank you, Boopy. Dear Esther.
Okay, I've heard about that. And it's good. It's like storytelling. It's like not real. It's like a game, but it's not a game.
Yeah, it's the same people who made the game Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Okay.
Which is another game I haven't played, but I heard it was really good. Yeah. So I have, and then of course, again, Rodney, I know we're going to keep teasing you with this Outlast thing, but I also have Outlast and the DLC, like Whistleblower and stuff. So if I play that one day randomly, no.
he will straight up watch you.
I don't know. I actually do want to play that game too. I've been wanting to play that for a year now. And now that I finally bought it, I'm kind of like not playing it. I just have it. So is that something that you would want me to stream? Or is that something that I wasn't sure whether I should just stream it or if I should just play it?
What game, Joey?
Whatever happened to Edith Finch?
Okay.
I don't know if I should stream it or if I should just play it. Like, I just want to play it.
Well, I mean, in the back of my mind, the way that I think about those sort of things is I'm like, oh, just throw it on stream. It doesn't take anything. It's
I didn't want to do it with Dishonored because I knew that was I put that on easy and I'm just trying to play it. Like, I just want to play through the story. But if it's something that I could, broadcast, I would like to do that. So, all right.
Cool.
I'll throw that one up there too.
Yeah.
Okay, Rodney's to stream it. All right, cool. I'll stream that one too.
And Rodney is amazing as a stream watcher. Not only is he great for Nightcap, but he watched me play Resident Evil, and he helped me through the thick of it.
Now, when do you play though? Because when do you play and when does he watch? Because I end up streaming at random times, so that's why. I think he just randomly had the notification thing on, so or like he would randomly check the thing and it was like, oh, Richard Pucci is streaming, and he just clicked it. I did it on YouTube, so yeah. Okay.
Which you could do it with instead of doing it on Twitch. That's the reason why I like using YouTube, just because. Like if I were you, considering your follower base, if you're not going to end up taking the footage and re-editing it, then just do it on YouTube.
Well, no, that's what I'm trying to do, but
yeah,
I like to do it with Twitch because I do want to get a Twitch base too. I know it seems crazy, but I want a Twitch base because I don't like being live on YouTube in terms of video game playing. Like, I didn't like it. I was like, oh no, because now everyone's gonna be like, da, 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 da. Like, it's not gonna be so much me focusing.
No, but you can at the end of the day, you can always turn off the stuff, and also after you're done streaming it, you could always set it to private. So that way people
was the only reason why
people can't. Well, he gets notifications for Twitch too.
Oh, thank goodness! Because I do want to keep the live. Like I like doing it live, and I do like editing it. But the problem is, it takes like it's like I have to download it from Twitch and then edit it, and then like my computer is hella slow, and then I gotta upload it. So that's the only reason. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
No.
But yeah, that's the only reason why I've been taking so long with it, because I figured if I did all the Life is Strange stuff, and I sat down, had time, edit it, I could put it on YouTube. But we're going through stuff here, so
right, and all the work and stuffs. Also, Mr. Rodney, in case you didn't hear, we have a new theme song thanks to my brother, and typically at the end of the shows, I want to play the original Nightcap theme song that he made for us. But for the end of this episode, just because you weren't here to hear it, I'm gonna play our new theme song to sign us out. If that's okay with all of you. And my brother's probably going to be so annoyed that I keep on just doing this.
No, play it until it's never going to go out of style.
It's actually pretty phenomenal, Rodney. I think you're going to enjoy it, and it totally makes sense for all of us. So thanks for watching, Mr. Rodney. We appreciate it. Mr. Chris is not here because he had an office work party. So enjoy the tunes.
And shout out to Beard Tristan, who was hanging out with us for like a hot minute.
Yes, Beard Tristan. You can come back. It's freaking awesome. We love you, Rodney. Oh, all right. Listen. One.
Nightcap is a place to go. Nightcap, so you don't feel alone. Nightcap, yeah. Pour a drink, dirty or virgin, common water or whiskey or gin. Nightcap, you don't have to be coy. Nightcap, here's Ricky and Joy.
All right, and we're gonna play one more time. Thank you for watching. Enjoy. Peace.
Bye. Peace out.
Konnichiwa. Wait. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.